Okay, good evening. I'd like to call the July 6, 2023 Park Board meeting to order. We'll start with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next time, that's great, Lee.
Yeah, we'll let Greg go. There's a little bit of a delay.
It'll be connected.
Okay, Ms. Sheehan just texted me and said she's going to be late. Lots of traffic. Okay. Like to start the meeting with a roll call, please.
Okay. Mr. Marquardt is attending via Zoom. Mr. Rodriguez?
Present.
Ms. Miller? Present. Mr. Holsey?
Present.
Ms. Sheehan will be late. Mr. Salatas?
Present.
Mr. Ashton?
Present.
Ms. Bowler? Present. Ms. Tauber's present. Sharon Diapiece? Present.
Speaking of Sharon Diapiece, we would like to officially introduce Ms. Diapiece, our new administrative assistant to the Parks Department. Sharon, welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Oh, you even stood. Welcome. Sharon, if you just want to introduce yourself, basic to the community.
For the past 10 years, I was working at Lowell School, and I'm excited to be part of the Parks Department.
Awesome. We're glad to have you. Okay, under the consent agenda, we have minutes from the June 1st, 2023 meeting. Parks and Rec claims from the general fund, $4,146.31. Park impact fee, $6,950. Parks and Rec non-reverting, $784. Clubhouse non-reverting, $1,373.39. Total expenditures of $13,253.70. And item number 3 is a $100 donation from a Miss Barbara Orrs. What's the board's pleasure?
I'll motion to approve.
Okay, I have a motion from Paul.
And a second.
I have a second from Sarah. Roll call, please.
Mr. Marquardt? Can you hear me? Is the speaker on?
Greg?
Mr. Marquardt?
Oh, your speaker's off.
Speaker's off.
Hang on. Yeah, no, it says his speaker's off. It sounds off. Hang on. I think you can I think you can unmute.
I can unmute him?
Yep. Hold on, Greg.
That's to unmute, it says. Okay.
I've done this once.
Okay. It's just press the back.
There you go. Now he's unmuted.
Mr. Marquardt?
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
Ms. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Holsey?
Yes. Actually, let me backtrack to, I'd like to add to old business. We don't have old business on there, just to discuss.
Did you announce the vote tally for that?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. 4-0 for the consent agenda. Under old business, I'd like to add a discussion from the report from the playground inspector. And I'd like to discuss an old item about the Kiwanis Park property. So we'll follow up on that on old business. Okay, so new business, item number 1, request for proposals for the Parks 5-year master plan. Mindy, would you like to explain that a little?
We have put the notice out there. We're going to be looking for engineering firms to submit proposals to us. Packets are ready for pickup digitally and physically at the town hall and at the park office. The packet is available there, just outlining, the things that we're wishing to see within this. And it's a request for proposals that's going out there. Legal notices have been made.
Okay. So obviously we've been talking about the 5-year master plan as a way to organize our thoughts and plans for the future. We've all decided that's pretty essential, so we just need a approval to start the process. Can I get a motion to get this going?
I'll make a motion to approve the 5-year parks plan.
Okay, I have a motion from Greg.
I'll second that.
Second from Sarah. Any further discussion?
Mr. President,
Sir.
clarification. It's the direction to proceed with proposals.
Correct.
with soliciting proposals.
Yes, correct. So, yes, correct.
Thank you.
Hope?
Okay, Mr. Markort,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Ms. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Holstein,
Yes.
4-0.
4-0. Okay, item number 2 under new business is the announcement of the Taylor Ice Fest slated for December 1st and 2nd. Mindy, you wanna talk about it a little?
Sure, so, coming on board as the new Parks Department, there was discussion about the need to, as the Parks Department, to collaborate and work on community events. So, there was a couple of brainstorming sessions, and we are, planning on collaborating with the town of Cedar Lake, the Cedar Lake Parks Department, and the Cedar Lake Farmers Market to bring a 2-day fest, winter fest, kind of mirroring a Chris Kindle market, here for the community, a free to attend winter, market. It's exciting if we succeed. We most definitely will, be making this an annual, Cedar Lake Taylor Ice Festival, honoring our history here of Cedar Lake with the Taylor Ice. This is our first announcement of it, so we're excited about that. And we'll be soliciting sponsorships and donations and in-kind donations and partners throughout the process. The more the merrier to make something great happen for the community at that special time of the year.
And to follow up on that, I've been sitting in on these meetings with Kelly Dykstra from the Farmers Market. She's been phenomenal. The energy that she puts out with the Farmers Market, she wants to put into the Chris Kringle Mart, and I think if we could make, well, sorry, can't call it Chris Kringle Mart, Taylor Ice Fest, the energy she's bringing with this, I think she would make it bigger than the city of Chicago's if she could. But we're not gonna go that far yet. So, we're very excited, details to come. We've already had discussions with other government entities. We're looking at potentially getting the trolley from Crown Point to shuttle people so that we can park people elsewhere, and just in case we have a damp winter and the grounds are soft, we can utilize the parking area for the actual fest, bring people in, shuttle them. We're brainstorming a whole bunch of stuff to try to make it successful. So we're pretty excited about it. So I guess what I'd be looking for is a motion to continue the process in launching this, getting sponsorship out, you know, to help offset any costs that potentially would be incurred. We've had some rough numbers put together based off of some items we've identified, and again, Kelly has offered to take on a lot of stuff, but we'd like to help offset that for her too. So, just thought it was a neat idea, give our hometown a little Christmas fest and make it our own. So, what is the board's pleasure?
I would like to make a motion to continue
Okay,
and get this festival going.
okay,
I'll second.
okay. Motion by Greg, second by Paul. Any further discussion?
So did you go through the sponsorships does that cover the cost, or is it just a general number? Like if you added up all the sponsorships?
Sure, I could touch on that.
Yeah.
Paul, to your question, we began with absolutely no budget or idea. It was just an idea and how we were going to make it happen. In your meeting notes, there is a sponsorship packet that's ready to go out the door as of tomorrow, and we'll be soliciting the community, but anybody who's willing to look at it, please reach out and we'll get that to you. But obviously things like this don't always start off on a sponsorship, just, you know, cover costs of sponsorships, but we have started budget talks and whose responsibilities will be what. You know, there were some really hard numbers thrown around, but nothing's there yet. But it's all to who is willing to put in what it takes to make it happen. And I would hope to have firmer numbers for you guys in the next 2 meetings with the Ice Fest committee of coming to you and saying these would be the costs. But there are some preliminary costs that I was kind of trying to budget as behalf of the Parks Department, since the Parks Department would be bringing some of the programming to the event, throughout those 2 days. So I do have those kind of costs, but what our other responsibilities would be, and we would hope that sponsorships will help offset those as well, so.
Okay, good.
And other ideas we've kicked around with it too, I've reached out to the sheriff's department about Santa coming in by helicopter. I have an in on a Black Hawk helicopter, through some people I know, but I don't know if the Black Hawk helicopter is gonna bring Santa. Might even be the wrong messaging, so.
We've been big.
But I am working with a connection I have at the sheriff's department for Santa, and we'll come up with some other cool stuff. There's been nothing but awesome ideas coming out of this meeting. So, excited about that. So, any further discussion by the board? Hearing none. Hope?
Okay, Mr. Markort,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Ms. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Volkey,
Yes.
4-0.
Okay, 4-0. So, old business, gonna revisit Potawatomi Park. Obviously, that was a hot topic. A lot of upset people, and in some instances rightfully so. The final-ish report was given to us. It's missing Robin's Nest and Crystal Oak, so it's not 100% complete, but I know a lot of people have been paying attention to this because of the removal of Potawatomi Park's equipment removal. So I want the record to reflect the exact wording from the playground inspector regarding Potawatomi Park, which states, swing set installed in water runoff area, posts are showing extreme signs of degradation, recommend removal before collapse. Item number 2, playground set is extremely unstable due to water runoff weakening the foundation, structure is unsafe, many other areas of play set are also unsatisfactory, recommend removal before collapse. So, I understand people are disheartened. I understand that people are mad that we didn't have a plan to replace it before we tore it down. This wasn't a situation where we planned on ripping it out. So we didn't have a plan because we didn't plan on that happening. So, the full report, Mindy, did you by chance ask when we would get the completed with Robin's Nest and Crystal Oaks included?
We just received actually this report today,
Today.
the preliminary report, with, the absence of the 2 other parks that were involved. So I don't have a final
No.
report.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay, but, and we discussed
Preliminary.
it, we didn't think that there was gonna be, Mindy didn't recall significant deficiencies with those 2 properties, but still, we don't have the final report with those 2 items. Other items that were brought up was reversing bolts on swings. It all seems like minor maintenance type issues, so all things considered, I think we came out of that pretty well, so we can kind of start focusing on making those repairs and then going from there. So, item number 2 in old business would be Kiwanis Park, and I just wanted to bring it to the community's attention as well as people who aren't aware. Since the park board has started, there had been some concern about Kiwanis Park and its placement near the railroad tracks, and there's been discussion about signage and fences and vegetation and so many different things. It is noted in the playground inspection that the park is near railroad tracks. Optimal recommendation, best practices would suggest installing a fence to prevent an incident caused by a known hazard. I'm pleased with this. Mindy and I have worked on this a little bit, and we have FSC fencing coming out to install, is it 400 feet?
Yeah.
Or is it 400 feet?
No, 100 feet.
100 feet. 100 feet of fencing starting from the play equipment down to the natural vegetation, but it would encompass the area where the children would be playing. So we'll see how that looks, and if we deem that the park continues to grow and we need to continue that, we can do so. But there's signage, there's a fence, there's a component of watching your kids. You know, we're trying to be responsible while being realistic, but also not, you know, wasting money either. So I think that this is a nice compromise, at least to start. And we're slated for FSC to do that when? August,
They'll reach
September?
out in September to tell us our exact date, but was hoping like late September, early October install.
So,
That's where we are in queue with design something.
I'm pleased with that, I'm better with that than just signage, so, step in the right direction. Okay, reports, clerk treasurer's fund reports, Jennifer's not here, Chris, do you have anything?
No, I don't.
I reviewed it, everything seemed to be normal operating business, so, superintendent's report.
The highlights, the 5-year master plan, we're starting that process, that feels great. I can't wait to have something figured out and survey the community and the opportunity to put us in what year 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 look for us, and then, we won't feel so helter-skelter once we get that, together, and that feels great. So, we started that process. The Taylor Ice Festival is another great thing, that we've been working on. I'm proud to bring an event, to the community, as the Parks Department in collaboration with others, in the town and the farmers market. We worked on job descriptions for the department and updated those to a more current job description. We've been hiring, that feels great. We have 2 full-time staff now, 1 part-time staff, 2 part-time staff, crew workers, a seasonal staff just for the summer months. We brought in Sharon as our administrative assistant, and we already, Hope was here before I was. So we have a crew, and it feels like an actual team, and we're reaching in all directions and, addressing issues as the team, and versus just that one person doing it all, right, Hope?
Yeah.
Other things to talk about is we're almost ready to open the park office to a full capacity with office hours running 8 to 4:30 Monday through Friday, closing from 12 to 1 for lunch break. We just have a few more tweaks and then we'll have the big announcement. The Parks Department also has a prompt on the town departments now, so you don't just have to wait and call through. You call the 374-7000 number, hit 7, and you're at the Parks Department. It's 7, right, guys?
We made the phone tree.
Yeah, we made the phone tree as a department here with the town, so that feels pretty good to us. And we've also created an email for a general email for inquiries, just in case you don't remember Hope, mine, Sharon's first and last name. It's just going to be parks@cedarlake.in.org. I think that's great. That we'll use that for our advertising and general purposes, and that will be filtered into the right person's hands once it comes through that email. So that's a good thing to have as well. Moving forward with soccer registration for the fall, and we posted our Lakeside Artist Guild. Those will be returning again this Sunday. What a great venue for this. I was just floored by how beautiful it was. It's free. Show up. Pack your lunch. Pack your picnic, your dinner picnic. So cool to be part of that and see them come out and help them get here as a department and the town. We received our 2 new John Deere zero-turn mowers. They are in-house and being operated on now. They have to say that I'm not getting the daily complaint that the Kubota is down or we're down to 1 mower for the day. So let the grass grow. I don't care. We've got 2 brand new mowers to get out there and take care of it. That was a nice accomplishment here for the department in our first few months. And we're working on programming in-house, Hope and I, and continuing on with our quarterly programs, but also proposing new programs. And I'd really like for her to have an opportunity as a rec report to touch on those.
Okay. We did receive, I told Mindy and I emailed the crew, but during the parade there was like a 10-minute stop. I was stuck over by Pottawatomie Park, so I was tired of staring at the same 4 people on the side of the road, so I got out of the truck and talked to them, and the one lady had emphasized that she loves the attention to detail that she's seen with our parks crew, mowing crew. what's the proper term? I told you, the trash picker upper sticky thingy, the claw. They really enjoy seeing the crew out there, not just mowing, but actually like maintaining. You know, but it's nice to hear something nice. I had a guy scream at me. I thought it was something nasty, but he actually was saying we had a very nice truck. So that was nice to hear. And then I had another lady who stopped me and just said that they appreciate the fact that we're trying and we're just really getting going. And so, you know, to the crew and the staff and everyone, like, we're getting there. We're moving along, you know, so everyone's just gotta keep up the good work, so. Hope, what do you got?
Okay, since the last park board meeting, I had, Enviromobile from Lake County Solid Waste District visit the STEM Club, and the kids loved that. They had a great time. There was about 14 kids there. We had bingo, we had kids art class. At bingo, Brenda Sue donated another quilt for a prize, which the attendees love that they get a chance for a quilt, and she's got one for the next bingo coming up on the 18th also. We had senior social, adult paint class, and then we did have a nature photography class that was canceled due to lack of sign-ups. I think a better time after work hours would be next time we try to do that. Sharon and I worked in the pool house. We took inventory of all the items in there and we cleaned, we worked pretty hard, 2 days full of doing all of that. So it was, I'm surprised she didn't quit after that. And then the upcoming programs are STEM Club on this coming Monday, the 10th. Senior Social is the 11th. We have soccer registration on the 14th and the 15th. And bingo will be on the 18th. It's a different time than usual. It's at night, so the working people can go, 6 to 7. We have a beach glass jewelry making class. That's the 21st from 6 to 7. And that's right here on the beach in the Lions Den shelter right here behind Town Hall. We have kids art class on the 25th, and the adult paint class will be on the 27th, 6 to 8. And we're working on new fall programs. We're working on a daddy-daughter dance, which will be October 8th from 12 to 2. And we're working on a Mommy and Me preschool program, like a musical sit and listen to music, sing songs, do little finger plays. And that will be a 4-week program starting on September 12th.
When's the daddy-daughter dance?
It is October 8th. It's a Sunday.
I think a lot of people will embrace that.
Yeah, and the Bears are not playing that Sunday too, so. We checked. Right.
That's not going, if the Bears are playing.
We're looking after the dads.
It's for the kids. It's for the kids, and the Bears will just disappoint you. Your daughters won't.
But you don't even have to worry about that. So, and that's my report for right now.
Awesome. Hope, awesome as always, and Sharon, thanks for helping out. Welcome to Parks. Go clean out the garage. Awesome. Cool. Project updates. Anyone have anything project update-wise?
No, as far as Bartlett Wahlberg bathroom pavilion project is kind of still placed on hold as we're coming out of the July events. Tim's time will be hopefully freeing up a little bit more so we can solicit some contractors to get some pricing on what it would take to build those. Haven't had availability at this time.
Okay.
In addition to that too, the 5-year master plan, it would be great, that was actually something that the DNR Land and Water Conservation Funds will help us build in that grant. So if that's placed in our, and we have our 5-year done, even though it might not happen in a timely fashion, that's a 50-50 matching grant opportunity to build these facilities. So sometimes it might be best to be patient in building that if we can get additional funds to help.
I think the 5-year master plan is gonna definitely open up a lot of funding sources for a lot of these projects.
provide a lot of clarity for staff as well.
Yeah,
Well, and I think that you have to weigh, with grants like that out there, you know, if there's a 50% cost savings on a project that we can reinvest into an additional project or an enhancement or whatever, I think it would be foolish to just impulsively make a decision and miss out on that opportunity. I mean, we've made it this far without pavilions, and I would like pavilions there, but if we can save a hefty amount of cash, and maybe it's pavilions and benches because of that savings, or God knows what, like, let's look at that. Let's consider that. I have no opposition to that. We've made it this far without them.
Certainly, it's July now, and this year has gotten away from us, so it would probably be unlikely that they would be constructed this year.
Well, and I think the community would appreciate, you know, financial responsibility. That's what we're supposed to do. So if we can save 50% of the cost of pavilions, and that just makes sense. I have no opposition to that. I think that's a smart move.
You know, on a note, different note, I don't know what the protocol is, but when I made that, motion for the Parks 5-year plan, I actually said 3 to 5-year plans. Can we adjust that?
You're gonna do that anyway.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be advertised as a 5-year master plan.
Right, I just misspoke, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Clarified, we'll just have it clarified in the record.
Perfect, Greg.
Correct.
All right. Well, we appreciate you being here by Zoom, though, so thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so, I don't know.
should we do like a quick update on the dog park, just 'cause I know it's a hot topic?
Yeah, let's talk about that. So, we are, I don't know, the grass seed didn't go as planned. There were some items weren't considered. And we were getting assistance from another town department, and it didn't go like it needed to. So we are soliciting quotes from 3 professional landscaping companies to finish the grass portion of the dog park properly. Mindy's working on that. We have, one, and then you met with another one yesterday, right?
There were 2 original quotes when I came on board about back in March. Things have changed since March. I've already received a new quote and asked the other 2 to re-up their quotes, just knowing that things have changed. Hoping to have a decision and able to hire in here real soon. We've gotten, you know, these 2 things are kind of going hand in hand, the development of the dog park and then the actual, you know, processes, policies, fees, registration package, yeah, all that is in works. Actually, just yesterday, Dave's office received the draft of the packet with rules, policies, and fees, suggestions, and for attorney review, we're in those drafting phases now, so at least that feels really good. We do have a few more landscape things to do out at the property, but we're getting there, and we definitely have considered that when we do get the gates open, it would be a substantial discount for the remainder of the season, and then going in January, the fees would go into the annual fees. So fee structure would, when you have the opportunity to actually utilize the park for the year. So all things are in motion, and that's good. We're not just sitting there letting, you know,
Yeah, and I
keeping everybody
appreciate,
out.
I appreciate you putting all the thought and effort into everything before we just open up the gates and let the dogs run around in the dirt.
Absolutely,
You know,
yeah.
and so.
Well, yeah, and along those lines, and I guess I'll just say for the record, I'm officially out of all the Facebook community groups. I just can't, but there were people complaining about the dog park. There's only one bench, there's no trees, like, we're getting there. Like, there's, you know, Mindy's working on getting trees as we speak. Yes, we know there's not enough benches, like, we'll get there, like, you know, give us time.
to like do this. The intent is to do it right, you know? So, it just work with us. We're gonna make it nice, and then it's gonna get nicer. Like, you gotta start somewhere, you know? So, anyways, yeah, once the grass seed is down, at least according to the one company, what was it, 3 weeks after seed placement that we could start utilizing it,
Yeah.
hypothetically? So the concept is that we're gonna do one side, open it, see how it goes, and then do the other side towards the end of the year, and then it'll be completed. So it won't be completed in its entirety in one shot. We're gonna do it in sections. At least that's what the plan is now. So it's coming, be patient, and we promise you we're working on it. We have the right people in the right places to put this together right. Can I say right anymore? 2 more times? Okay. So, dog park, done. Anything else about the dog park? Okay. Any other project updates? Hearing none. All right, written communication, I don't have anything. Does anyone else have any written communication? No? Okay, public comment.
This is a good one though. Cheryl Parker, 7227 West 136th Court. You mentioned about the Taylor Ice Festival with Kelly Dykstra doing the farmer's market. I just was over at Lake County Fairgrounds today. They have a big tractor show going on, and one of the ladies, I was asking her about it, that Kelly's working in conjunction with them to do a farmer's market. So I think that's really a smart move to, because she does a great job here. Anyway, you know what the draw is as far as people coming in. So I think that's probably a good thing. And maybe there's other, you know, somebody else that maybe could, you know, I don't know if maybe like food or would you just do like food trucks or something
So
like that?
there's a whole lot of discussion, and I would agree with you. I mean, when we talked about this, when Park Board was formed, one of the first people I met with was Kelly. And I said, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with you. I don't know if I have anything to do with you. But like, I want to know where we can work together, because you've got your fingers on the pulse of something, and I would like to work with you. And we had talked about Winterfest back then, you know, like what would it look like and how could it come to fruition?
Well, she was traditionally in the past, I should say.
Yes.
She was hosting the fall and winter ones at the Christian Conference Center, and then this last year it was somewhere else. So she's already got a handle on it.
And we knew that she'd have a following, so we knew it'd be successful, because she'd have the right people. And so we've talked about food, we've talked about all sorts of aspects of this. You know, we're really excited for its potential.
And as far as the people who are complaining about no benches or trees, fall is a great time to plant trees in this area. And you can usually get them like 50% off. So maybe some of these folks would like to donate either a park bench or a bench for the dog park or a tree.
Well, and that's something we're talking about too. The tree thing, the bench thing, we're talking about an adopt a bench program.
There you go.
You know, yes.
Memorial bricks, trees, benches, we want to be able to have the community have a stamp in the park system that
It not
they
only gets
enjoy.
people involved and they have something they can show others, but it also helps the town with the financial end of things. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, and ownership, it gives people ownership, you know,
Right.
like they.
they're part of the community.
Yep, absolutely.
That's it.
Wonderful, thank you. Public comment for anyone else?
I'm sorry I didn't print these photos up.
Sure.
Pamela Davenport, 13035 Schubert Street.
Yeah.
Okay, I live in Meyer Manor Terrace. For 30-some odd years, I've frequented Potawatomi Park. The kids and I just went and cleaned the little beach area, because you know that's got that little stripe. There's just one issue we can't take care of, so if I could approach and show you.
Absolutely,
this
come on
picture.
out. I've been wanting to talk to you, actually, so.
There's a garbage can, buried, broken up
Can I
down
take
there.
that from you?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
It's buried under a bunch of growth. I can't get to it.
Would you show Mindy that, please?
I can't get to it, but someone had put a white trash bag, and when we went and watched the fireworks, the trash bag was full, it fell apart. So we picked up all the garbage, put it in another trash bag, and then carried it to the garbage can. I just can't get to this.
Sure. Well, thank you for pointing that out.
This is one thing, I got something else.
No, absolutely.
Does it have a wall? Which
No,
needs to be painted, by the way?
Past the wall.
Past the
If
wall.
you go past the wall, over the hill, a little bit further, there's a little beachy area that the kids and I utilize. There's a picnic table there. Someone had actually put the picnic table in the water. I don't know how long it sat there, but the kids and I picked that waterlogged table up and put it back where it should have been.
Okay.
I'll definitely put that on the staff.
But if we can clean the weeds up from there and get all that garbage out, it looks like today when I went for my walk, there was one water bottle. So as long as we can keep that area, my grandson actually made his own little fishing pole out of a stick and some fishing line
Yeah.
that he's got tucked back there that he uses. That's one thing.
Okay.
The other thing is, my husband and I went to Kentucky, and my husband's a 100% disabled vet. What I would like to see with some of our parks is the Kentucky Dam did an ADA fishing jetty. And it's actually where the wheelchair can come down. and they
I'm
can
sorry,
fish.
can I take that?
Yes, you may.
43, I got 100-year-old eyes.
That's all right, that's why I have these.
Contacting to me, no wonders, they gotta figure something out. I like this.
It's where the sign sits right next to it. I don't know who
Can I have
donated.
those photos emailed to me, please?
Yes. Here, let me show you.
Because ADA compliancy is one part of our
Because-
master plan.
Yeah.
Because the Wahlberg Park would be perfect for my husband to be able to fish with the grandson,
Sure.
but there's no way of him right now entering in there with
Sure.
his wheelchair, because there's a little bit of a drop.
Absolutely.
And there's no way that wheelchair is going on that pier.
No, that's wonderful,
Yeah.
that's wonderful feedback, I appreciate you bringing that to us.
Also with Potawatomi Park, back in the day, now I'm dating myself on this, there used to be a little floating dock down there for the children.
Okay.
And as far as the park goes, I'm 61 years old and I still sled that hill in the winter with the kids. I may pay for it a few days afterwards.
Yeah, we all do. That's why I don't sled with my kid anymore. I gotta work. Can you hang tight after the meeting?
Yes,
I just wanna discuss one thing with you.
yes,
But again, thank you, and I appreciate your emails.
okay.
Any further public comment? Go ahead.
Like that park we were talking about, earlier, my name is Nick Willie, I live White Cross Street from here. I live in 7,000 West, the 127th place. People was asking me about the doggy bag thing by the lake here, and I was wondering if we can put another doggy thing, on by the lake here.
Over down here?
Yeah.
For like a dog waste thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, if we can put another thing for like picking up dog poop and all that.
Sure.
If we can put another one over there, that would be awesome.
Okay.
Because this way we got a good idea of what we can do with it, because we got one on top of the hill, but we need another one on the bottom of the hill.
Okay, we'll take a look at that, Mindy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We'll take a look at it.
I mean, basically, this is something that, what I had in mind with the parkways, you know, I just want to make sure that we have something in mind, because we want another one for the top of the hill, but we want one
Round
on.
definitely needs it.
Yeah,
There's
we
a lot
need,
of dogs in the town.
because of how I looked at it is, Clinton Club Hills has one, Dyer, St. John's, Sherville, and Highland have one.
Sure.
And now, all of a sudden, now we're gonna get them, now we want them in this town now,
Okay.
so.
Thank you, Nick.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nick.
Yep.
Okay. Final call for public comment, anyone? Okay, can I get a motion for adjournment, please?
I'll motion to adjourn.
Okay.
And I'll second that.
Okey dokey, we will call this meeting adjourned at,